Hi, I'm Dave from Solace. Over the next 10 minutes, I'm going to introduce you to PubSub Platform. It's a complete event streaming and management platform, and it's built for enterprises that want to adopt event-driven architectures so they can become more real-time in their operations and customer interactions. Before we dive in, let's take a quick look at why enterprises want to become event-driven. As this diagram from Gartner shows, data is much more valuable to an organization if it's available in real time, because real-time data allows them to make predictions, avoid potential negative outcomes, and react to new developments to provide better customer experience. This is rather than waiting for a batch process that happens at a predetermined interval, at which point the information may only be good for retroactive analysis. There are challenges to sharing events throughout a modern enterprise, however. Beyond real-time, enterprises are becoming more distributed. Every large enterprise has various legacy applications and integration stacks, like an IBM mainframe, Oracle Fusion, TIBCO BusinessWorks and Active Matrix stack, and likely an entire SAP ecosystem. While enterprises might be looking to move beyond these legacy systems, they're still integral to business, and so are here to stay for the foreseeable future. As enterprises look to take advantage of cloud-based applications, they want to get data or events out of those legacy systems and send them to cloud-native services in AWS, Azure, or GCP, for example, where they can do things like create data lakes or perform real-time analytics. Private clouds are also being explored by enterprises, things like Kubernetes, PKS, or OpenShift, so they can spin up all their software in a cloud-native way. This could also be where they start to test out microservices strategies. And to get things moving quickly, they could be developing their applications in tools like Spring or Node-RED. Enterprises may also want events to flow to and from cloud-native business applications like Salesforce or Concur. And these require their information in specific formats, so they got to be connected to through iPaaS like Boomi or MuleSoft. Finally, there are physical locations like factories, retail locations, or sensors that need to be connected, and often at scale. So if you're trying to create an event-driven architecture, given a scenario that has more than one of the parts of this diagram, you can stitch it together today, but you're going to run into several issues. First, you have to figure out a way to event-enable the variety of technologies and applications in your system, moving them away from batch processing so you can access data in real time. Second, how do you connect everything together in a uniform way? Every logo in each of the boxes has some form of eventing and integration built in, but you don't want to adapt and manage multiple systems. How can you use the same technology everywhere? Third, how do you manage the event lifecycle? How do you design, describe, discover, and deprecate events within your system and make it low code or no code so that you don't have to set up every endpoint and make sure it's configured properly? In other words, how do you make it easy to use? And how do you govern and secure it so that only authorized applications are publishing and subscribing to sensitive business data, and only legitimate personnel have access? Finally, how do you scale it and make it global with enterprise-wide robustness and security? PubSub Platform was designed to help enterprises overcome all these challenges so they can unlock the full potential of event-driven architecture. Let me walk you through the different components of the platform and how they map to the challenges I've just outlined. First, though, let me go back to the previous diagram and quickly introduce another concept you might not be familiar with, called an event mesh. An event mesh is a configurable and dynamic infrastructure layer composed of event brokers. It allows events from one application to be dynamically routed and received by any other application, no matter where these applications are deployed. No cloud, private cloud, public cloud, etc., without the event producers or consumers having to know about each other. It's a critical piece of an event-driven architecture. Now back to the platform. At the runtime data movement level, the platform is represented by PubSub Plus event brokers, which can be deployed across all cloud, on-premises, and IoT environments. The event brokers are available in three formats to meet any use case. They're available as hardware-based appliance, capable of millions of messages a second with ultra-low latency. They're available as software that can be deployed in any containerized environment, and as a SaaS offering available on all the public clouds and private cloud environments. All these brokers, regardless of the location or form factor, can be easily federated into an event mesh so you can stream events between applications, connected devices, and user interfaces throughout your enterprise and ecosystem. At the management and monitoring level, the PubSub Plus platform includes proactive solutions that make it easy to deploy event brokers, either standalone or as part of an event mesh, and both monitor the health and optimize the performance of your event-driven system. Here's a look at some screens from PubSub Plus Manager, which is an easy-to-use browser-based administration console that's included with every broker. It lets you do a lot of administration functions, such as configure the brokers for horizontal scaling, create a hybrid cloud event mesh, manage message VPNs, manage access controls, set up and manage replay, and a whole bunch of other things. And here's a quick look at some of the reports available from PubSub Plus Monitor, which provides pre-configured dashboards that give you lots of visibility, both real-time and historical, into key metrics and events. Monitor sends alerts based on predefined or custom thresholds and lets your IT staff drill down to examine and address the situation behind those alerts. At the integration level, PubSub Plus APIs and streaming integrations provide a variety of on and off ramps to the mesh. PubSub Plus event brokers have built-in support for a variety of proprietary and open standard protocols and APIs, so you can create and connect apps with whatever language, open protocols, and APIs you choose without having to worry about translation. Solace's own messaging APIs offer uniform client access to all Solace PubSub Plus capabilities and qualities of service, and are available for C, .NET, iOS, Java, JavaScript, JMS, and Node.js. Our brokers also support popular open protocols like AMQP, JMS, MQTT, REST, and WebSocket, and open APIs such as Paho and Cupid. Solace partners with leading streaming vendors to build bridges that let more sources and targets join an event mesh, convert raw data into events, and analyze event streams. One prime example is Asapio, which connects SAP data to the event mesh. We've also developed connectors for technologies like Kafka. At the application level, PubSub Plus Event Portal is to events what API portals are to APIs. It gives developers and architects the tools to design, describe, discover, and govern events within their system, and to see the relationship between applications and events, visualize application choreography, lifecycle manage, and generate code, making event-driven applications and microservices easier to design, deploy, consume, and evolve. Here's a few screens from our event portal. This first one shows how you can use the event designer within the portal to do things like design a new app, event, or schema and associate them with each other, visualize the relationships between apps, events, app domains, and the overall system architecture, and link app domains to each other. Also, you can design and augment event-driven architectures quickly and easily. This second screen shows how you can use the event catalog to list, browse, search, and view all events and schemas available in the portal, advertise schemas to share the message content formats for reuse, governance, and collaboration. And this is all so that developers can select the events they need for their apps to publish and subscribe to. From a security perspective, PubSub Plus platform enables messaging architectures that deliver consistent multi-protocol client authentication and authorization security across the enterprise, deeply integrated with enterprise authentication services using a minimal set of components. PubSub Plus Event Broker Security ensures things like confidentiality, message integrity, server authentication, client authentication, and others. All of these features and capabilities I just talked about can be accessed through the Cloud Console. It's a single pane of glass with a single login that makes it easy for architects, developers, and others to work and collaborate and to drive the enterprise's EDA mission forward. Here's a quick walkthrough of some of the things that you can do today with the console. You can see existing services, you can start a new service, you can build an event mesh, and you can administer user accounts, to name a few of the many features it offers. More features and capabilities are being added to the console every week to make it a one-stop shop to understand and optimize your entire PubSub Plus event distribution estate. So that's a really quick overview of how PubSub Platform provides all the tools you need to help your enterprise adopt event-driven architecture and share data throughout your organization, and to react to events in real time to provide better customer experience. To see how the platform can help your specific use case, please contact us today. We'd love to talk with you and work through your use case. Thanks.